Watch this video and I guarantee you'll see the possibilities of artificial intelligence that will blow your mind. Sounds like clickbait and I didn't want to title it this, but trust me, if you're not deep into the field of AI research, this is incredible for a start. So I love playing classic arcade games and I'm sure you do too. I've recently found a website where you can play the classics such as, do you remember Bounce, this game? Or how about Circus Charlie, jumping through fire hoops on your pet lion? Remember that game? And one of my favorites, the classic Atari Breakout. These games are great just for some nostalgic fun, but you know what they're amazing for? AI research. In 2013, Deepmind presented their paper on AI training using Atari games, and it really kicked off the whole deep reinforcement learning revolution. Because think about it, reinforcement learning is where you have an agent and you reinforce it to take the action that you want it to take. Where better to do this than on games? Now, what does all this actually mean? Well, consider the game Atari Breakout. You show your AI a video of a human having played games of Atari Breakout before. That's it. That's the sensory input into the deep learning neural network. That's all it's gonna get. This paddle can be the agent, the character that's placed in the environment, and with the sensory input the AI has received, having watched someone else play the game and seeing that person scoring points, all it is told is your task is to maximize the amount of points that you score when you play the game. That's it. But the problem is the AI has no idea where it is, what it can do, nothing. Also, no idea what a paddle is, what a ball is, why the ball is falling, what the hell gravity is, how the ball hits the bricks, how and why the bricks break, how to move left or right, when to move left or right, what even is left direction or right direction. It has no idea. And all it has is this video of some guy playing Atari Breakout and has to figure it out. Imagine that being you. The design is modeled such that the agent can interact with the environment it is in. It can be in a state and take an action, as a result of which there's either a reward for what it did or there's no reward. And with each state it is in and each action that it takes, it updates itself and learns doing what gets a reward and what doesn't. And its sole purpose in life is to maximize its reward, right? So it tries to do more of the rewarding things and less of the unrewarding things. The concept of a Q table here is a Q table is pretty much a lookup table where the maximum expected future reward is calculated for each state. The way it works, you initialize the Q table, do an action, check if you got a reward, update the Q table, and so on. If you care mathematically, it looks like this, and this essentially is Q learning, a value-based deep reinforcement learning algorithm. But you don't really care about the maths right now, do you? You just want to know, so how did the AI do playing the Atari Breakout game? Now, let me ask you, given all that I mentioned about the AI starting conditions, what would be impressive for the AI to do? If it could figure out that it should move the paddle towards the falling ball all on its own, would that be impressive? What if it figured out to bounce the ball off the paddle and understand the game, the essence of smashing bricks? Would that be impressive? What about bouncing the ball off in sharp angles to increase the ball speed so that it smashes more bricks at once? That's too much to ask, no? Well, let me just show you what it did. Rather expectedly, at the start, you see it's hopeless. It's hiding in the right corner, no idea where it is. No idea what it's doing. But after only 10 minutes of training, 10 minutes, boom, it has semi-understood the game, and for the most part, it gets to the ball and has started scoring some points. Already impressive, I would say. And because that was with 10 minutes of training. Now look at it with 16 hours of training. I mean, come on, if I told you that's a human playing the game, you'd believe me. Wouldn't it be fair to say it's playing better than if your human mother played Atari Breakout? Now look at it with 32 hours of training, it's an expert. It's playing better than me for sure. I couldn't keep that up for long, could you? Let me know in the comments. And if that somehow wasn't impressive enough, watch what it does here. Nobody taught it to do this, but the AI has decided by itself that instead of directly just smashing the bricks, a better strategy is to dig a tunnel on the left and let the ball go up behind and do the smashing by itself. Do you realize how ridiculous that is? This level of thinking, if you can call it that, is coming from an AI that only 32 hours ago watched a video of you playing the game, and 32 hours ago had no idea what a paddle is, what a ball is, what a brick is, what gravity is, what angles are, what reaction means, how. The only thing it knows is it has to maximize the score, and it did whatever it could to achieve that. That is mental. If that doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what to tell you. Hats off to Deepmind for revealing this. I feel like the essence of artificial intelligence. Now, I've been trying to replicate this and write the AI myself, because you can do this on any game really. Atari ones are easier to work on because the objectives are simple and the models are open source, but you can make it complex and make the AI agent play Call of Duty, make it play FIFA. I mean, imagine the possibilities. Imagine it finds a new way of war combat or a new way of playing football that humans have never thought of. Yeah, so I've been trying to make my own with another Atari game thanks to OpenAI, but I've run into a mountain of errors I haven't had the time to go through because, this isn't my full-time job. So, but hopefully soon enough, I can upload a video with that work on some of these games, and maybe, just maybe, we can see my AI agent do something utterly ridiculous. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe for more, and I will see you on the next one. See you on the next one. Jan Barte on the next one.